Oh yeah, I gotta redo the stops. Keep this. Need draw land though. So I was asked to build a deck with Smallpox in it, and here we go. This is actually very similar to a deck we played against a while ago. That is trying to discard Silversmote Ghoul and Bloodghast, and then use the 3-mana Sorin to generate value from these zombies, these recursive zombies, and specifically, Silversmote Ghoul can get sacked to Sorin just over and over again. I think I'm gonna wait on the Smallpox. They don't have a creature in play yet, and we don't have a third land. But if we can, maybe Seasoned Pyromancer, the Smallpox can be a bit better. I have seen the blue-black Narset deck, but it wasn't built by Canister. It was built by TSP Jindrak, and Canister played it, right? But with today, Johnny, we have red-black Smallpox, a Door to Nothingness Tron deck, and then red-green Dinos. So no blue on the docket for today. Opponent discarded Flicker Wisp. Okay. So if we draw a red source, I think we're still going to Seasoned Pyromancer, and then maybe we just Smallpox next turn. Then we just get a basic mountain, and then I think I'm discarding a Fatal Push and a Ghoul. Could also just quadruple block Dahlia. Don't hate that either. Cling to Dust can bring back the Silversmote Ghoul. That's certainly so the version of this deck I've played against in the past was playing Smiting Helix to bring back Silversmote Ghoul, but here, of course, today we're playing Cling to Dust and just the Sorin instead. Okay, so we can go Smallpox into Fatal Push. I think I'm just gonna sacrifice my Swamp. I probably want to keep Inquisition for their Sword of Fire and Ice. Maybe we'll just discard the Cling to Dust, sacrifice a token. Why Sorin? So Sorin, so Bloodghast and Silversmote Ghoul play pretty well with both with Smallpox and Liliana, and then Sorin is really good at just sacking Bloodghast and Silversmote Ghoul over and over again for a lot of value. That's the idea, at least. I guess I was supposed to push first because maybe they didn't sacrifice the Thalia, but they did. We could maybe Inquisition, but I think it's better to Fatal Push to play around them just having the Batter Skull in their hand. Oh, sorry, yeah, triple block, not quadruple block. Yeah, things get wild on Thursday. Hell yeah. Alright, so we'll bring in the Bloodchief's Thirst and the Plague Engineer. Probably want to go down to like 2 Cling to Dust. Probably 4 discard spells, so I think Inquisition's a bit better. 3 Inquisitions, 1 Thoughtseize. Might need to trim on 3 drops. Get the 4th Ghoul. Yeah, but Sorin just sacking Bloodghast or Ghoul over and over again has been pretty powerful when I've seen this deck in action in the past. But this is my take on the deck. The main thing is, like, I just think that if you cut the white splash that was for Smiting Helix, the mana base gets way better, and you get to play Blood Moon in the sideboard. And Cling to Dust may be better than Smiting Helix anyways. Gonna send this one back. Sounds good. Just 3 1-mana removal spells against the Taxes deck is solid. Let's play Mono Black Control, Castle Locthwain. I will get my fetch land out of here because they are a Lean and Arbiter deck probably. And I'll probably just use a Bloodchief's Thirst here. I think the instant speed on Fatal Push has just a bit more stock. We cannot read the text. Cannot read the chat on screen with the text behind it. I mean, that's fine. I guess I usually have chat open Oh, no. Well, we do have some edicts to deal with this, but Champion's very good against us. I think I want to save the Mire for Revolts. We also have 2 Plague Engineers, so we actually have 10 outs to this. It's a lot. Skyclave Apparition. This is actually really good for us, because now we can make a blue blocker for the Ariok Champion. Yeah, there's the MTGO updated, so everything's going to go... There's probably going to be a bunch of things like that. Okay. No Vampire to go with this just yet, but I think we can just go ahead and get this into play. It's got a lot of loyalty. Would have been nice, you know, if they had played a different creature, then we could have started the, you know, the Lightning Helix every single turn plan. Yeah, I also am very surprised by the no right-click attack with everything anymore. I thought that was weird that they decided to get rid of that. So they could have maybe Restoration Angel here, and that would be really bad for us. But I don't think we can really play around it here. And they don't have it, and we get to hopefully eat this Ariok Champion. They could have Path. They don't have Path. Awesome. Stoneforge Mystic. Well, we have another Fatal Push, thankfully. We can lifelink the Illusion token, but it just doesn't get a +1 counter. They do get the Sword of Fire and Ice. And is that what they're playing? That is what they're playing. Okay. Alright, just gonna go ahead and lifelink, attack for 3, gain 3. Hold up push. I don't think it's very likely we'll need to cast a second push. Instead, I'm probably gonna activate this Castle Locthwain. Maybe we should be playing 2 Castle Locthwain. I thought this was Reckless Vamps. Why do you have the life gain zombie? The Silversmote Ghoul is a zombie vampire. I think it may be the only zombie vampire ever. But you gotta keep reading after the zombie. There's more. I guess I'm not gonna Fatal Push. I wanna make them use the 2 mana. Okay. Am I going to cast the Smallpox? I kind of don't think I want to. Not yet, at least. They do have the Batter Skull, which would make this make sense. Yeah, this is the Vampire Tribal deck that's totally dominating Modern. Absolutely unfair and too good. Yeah, I also don't understand how something can be a zombie vampire. I would think that once you're undead, you know, once you have 1 undead trigger on the stack, you can't, you know, how can you have another source of undeath? But also, you know, it's because, you know, it's all made up, so maybe it's fine to not read too much into it. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and push the Germ token. We're going to take less life to the Castle Locthwain, and it's a bit better to get your hand empty, I think, for the Smallpox. Oh, they can actually respond to the fetch by denying me the card draw. Could have played around that. They're not going for it here. Got a lot of basics because we have Blood Moon in the sideboard. Really hoping that they commit another creature to the board into the Smallpox. Not that we have to play it. In fact, I'm not going to. Yeah, flooding out a bit. We do have 4 Seasoned Pyromancers in the deck to you know, kind of mitigate this flood a bit, but we haven't drawn one yet. And we've lost our Castle Locthwain. Alright, so they're going to bounce their Batter Skull, which we get Smallpox next turn. Haven't I seen Underworld? I haven't. I don't know what that is. I need to watch more Twilight movies. Are there zombie vampires in Twilight? I've seen the first Twilight movie, and I've seen the last one, like part 2 of the last book. Those are the only 2 I've seen. Right, Bloodghast, Seasoned Pyromancer, Liliana of the Veil. There we go. Alright, so let's start off with the Smallpox. Their hand is Batterskull Mystery card. I imagine we'll see them discard the Unknown. No point in attacking first, of course, because it has Pro Blue. It's like a swamp. If I draw a Silversmote Ghoul, maybe I'll -3. Just have so much mana though. Okay. I'll save the Marsh Flats for maybe a landfall trigger on Bloodghast and pass. Attacking might threaten Kolaghan's command? Maybe. That's a good point. Another Sorin. Not the best draw. If they spend 2 mana to equip the sword, then that's going to be I think enough of attacks to not just push the Germ token now. I'm hoping at least. I don't think the Sorin is getting attacked down anytime soon. That's bad. Big draw step. Kroxa is fine, I suppose. Yeah, if they just equip the Batterskull, it's going to be kind of hard to race. We do have them down to 6 here. We've got a lot of decent top decks. Liliana, Smallpox, Seasoned Pyromancer. Cling to Dust is even going to let us draw a decent amount of cards. You know, even a Bloodghast is like 6 damage off the top. They do go for the equip. Unsurprisingly, they gain 7 up to 13. Also, yeah, any removal spell still kills this because all our removal spells are black. They attacked Sorin. Why? I was not expecting that at all. Inquisition, classically good top deck. All right, not gonna attack. Just let them kill Sorin. Could have maybe if we cared about the card in their hand, could have attacked with the Kroxa. Now they leave the Sorin alive. Really weird. Really weird. Maybe I guess they just realized it didn't matter very much. So these were their 2 draw steps. They still have the basic planes. I guess we play out the Marsh Flats, and I'll thin a bit. I guess no, thinning is terrible here because it just puts us dead on board. Oops. Yeah, probably wasn't very wise. Although Cling to Dust keeps us alive. SJ, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. Always love to see a new subscriber. Thank you. And now, of course, Double Giver of Runes is going to be really tough to... It's going to be really tough to beat. Yeah, I hate all the old subscribers. Love the new ones, of course. I'm the anti-Drake. I think I'm going to bring in the 4th goal. Just didn't draw a vampire all game. We still have 7, but The discard spells also didn't seem that important. Yeah, we would need to draw like the 4th Seasoned Pyromancer or like Cling to Dust into something. Oh, that's actually really interesting. If we this just gives us a black blocker, but they can give pro black, but maybe if we draw a Fatal Push off of Cling to Dust, that'll get the job done. Yeah, exactly. Fatal Push, I think, keeps us alive. Game 3. I've cast 4 push, have I? I have, yeah. I did have a Bloodchief's Thirst, but that didn't get the job done. Okay, I'm going to cut the 4 Thoughtseize for the 4th goal and go to game 3. Smallpox. Oh, we didn't have enough mana to Pox. Can we keep this one? Let's see. Do I discard the Kroxa or the... Or put back the Kroxa or the Ghoul? Probably the Ghoul without the Sorin in my hand. Yeah, finally playing the best deck in Modern. Took me a while to admit it to myself. I'm going to go ahead and cling my Mire. Could have maybe gotten a Swamp because I have a basic mountain. But I also have double red in my hand. I do need to draw a land. I was hoping that the cantrip on Cling to Dust would be enough to help me draw one. There's the Ariok champion. Pretty good against the red-black deck. Oh, now we don't have a 3rd land. Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright. Tough stuff. Kind of a classic hand. 2 lands, 6 4-drops. Or 6 3-drops. Sounds good. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not sure how our humans matchup is. Certainly just taking their only 2-drop here. And then, if they don't draw a 2-drop, we can hold up a Revolted Fatal Push to push their first Rider. If we want to. Thoughtseize bug confirmed? Question mark. Guess we're Smallpoxing. It was kind of like I was on the draw with a 2-lander because I had to Cling to Dust to cycle. So imagine they're discarding their Reflector Mage, yeah, and then sack their Ziggurat. So their hand is now Silent Clearing, Mantis Rider, Mantis Rider. So both of us only have 1 more land in our hand. They drew another 2-drop. Oh no, so they drew a 1-drop in Noble Hierarch. Interesting. Hard to make a decision before we take the draw step here. Yeah, I think the upside of them not drawing a 3rd land is high enough to push the Hierarch. And if they do draw a 3rd land, we have Liliana if we draw a land. And also, not every land casts this Mantis Rider, I think. Okay, now we don't have Liliana anymore. If I draw a Smallpox, I guess I am casting it. Puts us both back to the Stone Age, though. I'll just get a Swamp and a Mountain and cast a Spyro. Okay. So this can answer one of the Mantis Riders for sure. Well, maybe not for sure if they freeboot one of them. Freeboot my Inquisition or something. Then maybe the Liliana can deal with the other one after we Fatal Push the freebooter. They drew Meddling Mage. Sure hope they don't name Inquisition, I guess. They'll probably name Fatal Push. Which is, worse for us than them naming Inquisition. They might name Lightning Bolts. They might name... They name Fatal Push. Okay. Fair enough. Good name. And this is our main spot removal spell in the deck, so... Not ideal at all for us. They also didn't attack with Kitesail Freebooter, which is a bit weird to me. Opponent 100% not ghosting. What a freebie, jeez. What a freebie. I can't believe it. I can't believe they attacked with the Meddling Mage. I absolutely cannot believe it. The shame scoop. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Alright, so bring in the Engineers, the Bloodchief's Thirst. I want to keep the zombie Sorin Ghoul engine. I think I want to cut... I'll maybe play like 2 Inquisition, maybe 0. I also think Blood Moon is pretty good against them. I want at least the first Blood Moon. We'll bring in a white border one though. Maybe cut the 3rd Cling. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play 1 Blood Moon on the draw. And then on the play, if we go to game 3, I might bring in the 2nd, maybe even the 3rd copy. All the wins with this deck be like that. Probably right. Well, we have the Splinter Twin combo of Silversmote Ghoul plus Sorin. I'm going to keep. Spike not believing the actor followed the script, yeah. I'm just putting on a show. Obviously, this hand is very slow against humans, but I think I like it enough. Look at this brave streamer playing a Pioneer deck in Modern. Oh boy. Oh no, they've got a Kitesail Freebooter for my Sorin, and the whole hand immediately crumbles. Or maybe this keep was a little loosey-goosey. Our mono 3-drop hand? Are you forgetting about the very impactful Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger? I cast Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, and I command you, opponent, discard a card. And you better be careful about discarding lands. Because if you do, you lose 3 life. Congrats, Sajad. Congrats. I feel like our hand feels slower than it is because our opponent's playing very slowly, you know? Really, our hand is blisteringly fast, but our opponent's just taking 30 seconds to click OK. Aspiring Spike versus Canister Yu-Gi-Oh! Parody win? Good question. I saw that Jim Davis challenged Nikachu to a grudge match, so I can be, you know, with my Naruto channel theme and Canister's Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel theme, we can have a grudge match. Anyway, our hand only has 3 drops in it. I have a second Kroxa, and one of them's not even castable. Go donate to Canister's Kiba cosplay with channel points. I didn't know Canister was doing a Kiba cosplay. It's cool. Good morning, Michael. They named Seasoned Pyromancer. Ha! I don't even have a second red mana. I cast Silversmote Ghoul. Silversmote Ghoul is a 3-mana 3/1 zombie vampire. At the beginning of my instep, if I gain 3 or more life this turn, return Silversmote Ghoul from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. No! Why one weakness? Reflector Mage. Why is this not... We're also playing 4 Bloodghast. We're also playing 4 Bloodghast. Oh, no. The idea is you can sack Ghoul and Bloodghast over and over again with Sorin. His hand was probably a little loose. On the play, I am kind of interested in playing the second Blood Moon, but really I think we just have too many 3-drops. Go down to like 2 Lilies. Bring in the third Inquisition and the second Moon on the play. Always, yeah, I mean, Donut Day is always like a really good palate cleanser. I get to play decks I never would play otherwise, and I always have a good time. I guess we can keep this. His hand's fine. I don't know, it's got a lot of 3-drops like the last hand did. It does have Kroxa, though. We can keep. We can keep. Do think we're going to push that. And we have Blood Moon in our deck. We do have double red cards too, but I'll get a Swamp. Alright, should have got Blood Crypt. Do I think this deck would be better with either powerful or synergistic cards? Yes. Yes, I do. Opponent, so they're shocked by the Kroxa. They have no idea what to discard. Hopefully we just get Thalia here. Thalia, or I guess like Hierarch is maybe better than Thalia for us, but I'll take a Thalia. Yield to next instep doesn't work, really? Let's try it. Turn off auto yields, yield until next instep. Your stream is more enjoyable when I'm in such a great mood. Oh, it doesn't work. You're right, I just don't know how to always be in a great mood. Alright, mana problems are fine. That stinks. I use yield through end of turn all the time. Does right clicking on insteps bar to yield to insteps work? I'm trying. Opponent cast Aether Vial. Yeah, they changed a lot about Magic Online for, you know, kind of seemingly no reason, honestly. Good luck, opponent. Sorry. I guess how many Plague Engineers I have in my sideboard, guys. Guess how many Plague Engineers. Yeah, whopping 2 Plague Engineers, both in the opening hand. Attack all is already fixed. That's good. Like, how did that get messed up? I don't understand. This game is canon. Yeah, they just need to play Rick. They didn't play Reflector Mage? Why didn't they cast it? I mean, maybe they needed to set up for a better turn with it, actually. And also, Plague Engineer, still not symmetrical. Still not a symmetrical effect. For some reason. I would mind catfish. I would mind. I don't even have any vampires in play. I mean, Smallpox doesn't really do very much here. I think we're just gonna cast the vampires. I mean, Smallpox lets us Kroxa, I guess. I think this is better. The vampire plan seems a little loosey-goosey. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I feel like maybe we have... Putting a good sport says GG. Hand seems fine. Breeding pool. Birds of paradise. Okay. Yeah, I can feel the UI just being a bit different today. Ranger captain. Am I gonna cycle this cling to dust right now? They get a noble hierarch. I think I am. And we have a Graven Cairns, so we can just get a swamp. Okay. They discard Batterskull, sack the Ranger Captain. Their hand is Hierarch and 3 mystery cards. Love to draw something to do next turn. Ooh. Well, at least they don't have Batterskull in there. I bet this was their draw step. But, at least they don't have Batterskull anymore. They did get Sword of Fire and Ice, which they... couldn't quite play and equip this turn. Oh, they could if they... Seems like maybe they went to their second main phase too quickly. Soul Herder with Stoneforge Mystic is weird. We're so behind. Yeah, we're just like very dead here. Maybe a bit early, but the writing is on the wall, as they say. I do think we need to trim 3 drops if we're going to be bringing in the engineers. I'll go down 1 Sorin, 1 Ghoul. Go down 2 Thoughtseize. Could maybe play the first Blood Moon. I think I'm going to leave it at home. Yeah, I do think being on the play would have been better for us there. You could trim Liliana on Sorin. I meant to trim Liliana, not Sorin. If I said Liliana and a Silversmote Ghoul, maybe I said Sorin when I clicked this. But I think the Sorin plan seems really good in this matchup if we can get it going. No! Oh no. Oh my gosh. F6ing through our first turn does not seem good. Maybe we'll miss our third land drop and it'll be the same anyways. Maybe this deck just wants to be on the draw anyways. Yeah, I don't really even want to cast the Smallpox yet. Really want to get Liliana into play next turn and then go Smallpox, Smallpox, Smallpox. Well, 1/1 Ballista, interesting. Was not really expecting Ballista. Yikes. Big yikes. Alright, so I'm going to play Liliana. I think no, if we plus they can still kill. Yeah, we just need to Edict. And then hope to draw well. We maybe, if we draw a land, can set both players back to the Stone Age with double Smallpox. Did draw the land. Yeah, in theory, we're the better Stone Age deck. We'll see if that's true in practice. They go down to one card in their hands. Now, if we can escape this Cling to Dust on a creature, we get back both goals. Down to 3 mana, we're down to 2. We still have another Smallpox. Opponent's playing like a Bant Soul Herder Blade deck. Yeah, I want to try to get Cling to Dust here if we can. Also don't think it's probably going to be very good to Smallpox without killing a creature. Ice Fang. Alright, I will probably push that after the Sophie equip. Also, the Rogren Triumph is weird. Don't really get that. Do you have another Ice Fang? That'll be so bad. Okay, they don't. Yeah, what is the red splash for? Avalanche Riders? No. Pretty good draw. They discard Force of Negation. They sack their Field of Ruin. We get a 2/2 and then 2 3/1s. I doubt they're playing the Kiki combo, although it's not like impossible. I mean, we could sack Silversmote Ghoul, I guess, but why would we do that? They have a Coco? They don't have anything. We won a game! All right. I mean, we won other games too, but I didn't think we were gonna win specifically this game. Specifically, this game seemed tough. They are on a lot of islands, although Boyle on the draw seems a bit worse. Yeah, we have 6 through our first turn there, which didn't even matter very much because we missed our 3rd land drop anyways. I'm gonna keep it like this. Yeah, I think there's a few bugs with the update. The guy. Well, we have the combo. We have Bloodghast plus Sorin, so yeah, the UI is different and it's throwing me off so much. We do need to draw another black source, although maybe we just draw. If we miss, we can maybe draw land the following turn and then discard both Bloodghasts. Could be good. All right, they have Ariok Champion. They have 2 Ariok Champions, but I think we need to take 1. We have a decent number of answers to champion for a red-black deck. Yeah, casting the Bloodghast into the champion doesn't seem very good to me, so I'll just like leave both in my hand to discard to the Spyro next turn. The first Sorin's also going to get Force of Negation, so got to keep that in mind. The yield through end of turn not working is really throwing me off. I use that all the time. Don't like that at all. I would like to thirst the Hierarch, but I don't think we can play a 1-drop this turn. Does MTGO not have a QA team? I don't know what a QA team is, but I mean, I also don't, work for MTGO. Every time I lose to Ashiok, I just feel like I deserve it. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you, Ashiok, for scrying me into the best possible draw. What a swing. I can't believe it. What a swing. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Alright, so let's bait the Force of Negation with Sorin. I'd rather them force the Sorin than the Thirst. Their hand is now Coco, mystery card. That mystery card is Ranger Captain. They got rid of my Bloodghast. I'm so sad. Oh, this is a 2-2. It's funny. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just lifelink my Seasoned Pyromancer and attack with just the Spyro. And they got a Hierarch, which is just gonna die. So they should have gotten another Birds if they had one, right? Or not Hierarch. Just not Hierarch. Okay, I'm gonna wait on the push, but I will probably push this Ballista. Yeah, I'm not going to Inquisition when I know the only target in their hand is Noble Hierarch, which just is not a card as long as this lives. Can we draw a Silversmote Ghoul, please? We cannot. Why not plus on a token attack with it too? Because it just gets blocked by the Ranger Captain. Oh, it gets Death Touch. I see. I forgot about the Death Touch. Okay, I'm gonna cling. I'll target a Windswept Teeth, but maybe I'm a bit worried about them having Eternal Witness off of Coco. I'm not playing Witch's Cottage, although maybe we should. Kind of like the idea. Uro is kind of a surprise to see. They get a Batter Skull. And they have their last card is Path, I think. They Path my Carrion Feeder. Things have gone poorly. So now, oh, I didn't have a stop set. Oh my gosh! Oh, why did the yield through end of turn work? I wanted to cast my Inquisition. Why didn't the yield of turn? Why did? Oh my gosh! The new interface is throwing me off. We could have also pushed and clung the Uro. Why did the yield through turn end of work? Is the question. I mean, it hasn't been working, and I did it instinctually, but it hasn't been working. The new UI it's just a little different, and it's throwing me off. Might as well attack. It is nice when you have Seasoned Pyromancer in your deck. You never really have to concede. So they drew an equipment. Sorin doesn't do very much. Might as well attack with the elemental token, though. I think it's better to play the Sorin than to discard it. Although, I suppose we could Seasoned Pyromancer To keep the Sorin alive for a turn, perhaps. But I think they drew an equipment. Oh, they didn't. Good. We could kill the Stoneforge Mystic and let Sorin die. But I think Sorin just gives us too many outs to, you know, Silversmote Ghoul, Bloodghast. Although Ghast isn't coming back immediately. Our combo seems like the worst part of the deck. I agree. I agree. Although now do you agree? Can we cling to dust? Or are we one short? I think we have enough. No, it's escape 5, not escape 4. Let's do it. One short. Opponent has no cards in their hands. Get back Bloodghast if we want to. I think I'd rather just cling. Feels bad, of course, but we need to draw Seasoned Pyromancer. We need to do it now, and so it's not like it's even doing very much for us. Okay, so now we can Plague Engineer, kill the bird. We can block the Ranger Captain with Plague Engineer if we want to. Then they're down to 1 creature. Yeah, as soon as all the Sorins are gone, the Bloodghast say hi. Feels not good. Okay. See what their draw was. Probably a Force of Negation. Bummer. You couldn't have drawn that a turn later, opponent. Are you gonna bounce the skull? I think it's a good play. Makes my block a lot worse. I guess they want to do something else besides cast the skull, maybe? We only have 1 Seasoned Pyromancer left in our deck, too. That's bad. Yeah, not even really sure what we're drawing into here. Okay, not basic swamp. Tough stuff. Keep. Archmage's Charm, Cryptic Command, Kolagon's Command, Uro. What? What? What is this? Archmage's Charm and Kolagon's Command in the same deck? Barf. Barf, barf. It should be illegal. Should be illegal. I think I'm just gonna Inquisition. I don't really want to Kroxa and just have them discard Uro. Yeah, I know they never get punished with their mana. We all know they never get punished with their mana. Maybe they play a Mystigate-like land. I mean, do they always draw it? I mean, Mystigate doesn't even help that much. I don't know. Mystic Sanctuary, Kolagon's Command. Opponents should be ashamed of themselves, I think. Nice to have a Cling to Dust for Uro. They need to have another fetch land to be able to cling. Or to be able to escape Uro. Discard Kroxa. And if they do escape Uro, they had another Uro anyways. If they do escape Uro, we can Edict, of course. Their hand is now Archmage's Charm and Cryptic Command. So we just go ahead and plus. Discard the second Lily. They discard the charm. So if they go counter bounce, I think that's fine. Go counter draw. This should be fine, right? Yeah, I think we'll see if they. So we'll see if they escape over the other Uro or not. If they don't, I don't think it's going to be like very useful to try to cling both Uros. But if they do, what we can do is just Edict and then cling the other Uro at some point. I put the old Flooded Grove Kolagon's command deck. That's a Splinter Twin. If they Mystic Sanctuary back something here, I'll cling. Pox is interesting. Pox kind of lets us go for the ultimate. Do I think my opponent's playing Scape Shift too? I don't think so, no. I think they're just playing a control deck. There's just no way we can discard Seasoned Pyromancer, can we? Maybe we can. No, I don't think so. As good as Smallpox is here, I don't think we can discard this. If they have Remand in their hand, they may black mana? Fatal Push a token? Cling to Dust by Kroxa, I see. They drew a Cryptic command anyways, jeez. Should have Lilied first. No, we could have drawn Thoughtseize or Fatal Push plus Fetch Land, so I don't know why you'd Liliana first. So I'm going to cling their cling, which is going to make their Uros harder, of course. Right. So yield through instep works on my turn and not my opponent's turn. It's pretty annoying. They've already used 3 cryptics, 2 cryptics. Fuming. I'm fuming. The Abrupt Decay 2 in the deck. Such a greedy mana base. Oh, now we can't lose. Maybe their mana is not as bad as I think it is. I may sack gold to draw a card. We'll see. Probably not right now, but maybe end of turn. See what we draw. I'll just play it out. What's the record so far? I think we're 1 and 2. Deck is definitely wild. They mana leak to get a card into the graveyard for Uro. They still need 2 more. What would be my preferred hate for Absol spells? Rest in peace. Out of the Sharkblade deck. Specifically the boil-proof one. So we cut the pushes. I think we need all the clings. probably want to go down on the Sorin Ghoul plan in this matchup if we can afford to. See if we have enough cards to bring in. Not really. We can play Leylines. Leylines aren't great. We'll play 2 Ghoul, 2 Sorin. Need to make another trophy to climb the leaderboard a bit. What do I recommend? I don't know. I think if your goal is to grind the leaderboard, I don't think I'd recommend any of my decks, because the best way to grind the leaderboard is to play fast decks. My decks are usually pretty slow. Winning game 1 is kind of crazy. Was not expecting to win game 1. I should have fetched off Marsh Flats. Not that it's likely to matter a ton. You have time today? I think Just Guy's real good. I think Bant's also real good. Nice Ren and 6 opponent. Nice Ren and 6. Alright. Man, maybe I was supposed to take the Ren and 6. I was thinking that they would just float mana and Blood Moon me and kill the Blood Moon, but yeah, I was definitely supposed to take the Ren. Ren and 6, Abrupt Decay, Kolagon's Command, Archmage's Charm, Mystic Sanctuary. So good. Oh, the Blood Moon does stop Ren and 6 to some degree. They also have all of their basics for Blood Moon too. Ah, my gosh. Yeah, maybe Boil and Blood Moon is a bit of a nombo. I kind of feel like they're still like the best cards against these decks, and you can just play both, and you just kind of need one to resolve. But maybe that logic is not good. Alright, everything's fine now. Sorin is here. Yeah, Moon still does, does stuff for sure. I'm being a bit too dramatic, I think. Yeah. I think we are still jamming Moon. Ren and 6 isn't doing very much. I guess it can ultimate in a couple turns, and then Decay is good. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to not play Field of the Dead if they're playing Decay, Kolagon's Command, Mystic Sanctuary, Archmage's Charm. I still understand. Maybe they do get punished for their mana. Maybe it happens. I think we all know that's not true. Wishful thinking. I have played with Blitz of the Thunder Raptor Ronin, and I have found it to be not very good, sadly. Yeesh. I guess we can Cling to Dust the Decay if they go for a Rimblum. There's a Kolagon's Command. Good morning, Lamp. How was the testing of MTG? It was really fun. It was a good stream. I feel like we found some good historic brews. And did some more testing off stream yesterday. That was going pretty well as well. Okay, they returned Uro. Well, I'm probably just discarding Sorin next turn unless I draw something better to discard. And a Scalding Tarn mystery card. If they just go for a Rimblum, we can respond and cling the Abrupt Decay. Where did I get my deck for that historic that I tested yesterday? Every deck I played yesterday, I just brewed, not really knowing anything about the format, which is not something I'd recommend trying at home, kids. If my opponent targets the Scalding Tarn, are we supposed to cling the Scalding Tarn? I think we probably are. But if they emblem, we'll cling the Abrupt Decay. We can draw another Cling to Dust. We have 3 of those in the deck. They also don't necessarily have another land in their hand. Right? It's a second Kolaghan's Command. Third Uro. Yeah, game 3. Okay, keeping this. Putting back the Cling, I guess. Is that a car alarm? Sounds like it. Did I do it again? Why am I skipping through my draw step? What's happening? Did I really click yield to end of turn? Can somebody get the clip? There's something about the new user interface that's throwing me off. It's a bug? Okay, I did not do it. That's so frustrating. How do I stop that? I didn't think I did. Because that just, I mean, like, what am I going to do? Like, we needed to be on the, we needed to hit that land drop so we could go Pyro next turn. Yeah, I just skipped my first turn. We can go back and watch the clip and see if I clicked something, but I don't think I did. Can't Smallpox here. Alright, so I guess I just won't ever click the end-step thing. Why do they ever do maintenance? Why do they ever do maintenance? It feels like every time they do Magic Online maintenance, it just makes the client worse, you know? I hope my opponent draws Archmage's Charm. Oh no, but they hit Flooded Grove! Ah, never mind. Maybe they just have the biggest brain ever and everything is perfect. Yeah, things were going pretty smoothly, I thought. I want the Smallpox to deal with the Gargaroth for next turn. So I'll discard Thoughtseize Spyro. Happened to you 3 games in a row. That's so frustrating. Also, like, you have a team or triumph, so it's also kind of weird to me, like, to want to have a stomping ground. Yeah, I didn't play any yesterday. They're not going for Gargaroth? What does that mean? That they have a gust or something? You know, they have Fatal Push Gargaroth, 2 mystery cards. Seems like neither of the cards are lands. Yeah, opponent's playing a lot of really greedy cards. I mean, I'm just gonna boil them, I think. Well, never mind. I think Thoughtseize into Moon is better. Cling is still castable even if we take it, so I'll just take the Gargaroth. Why didn't they play Gargaroth? I'm so confused. Yeah, Boil's very medium. We can discard it to Smallpox, maybe. That is one thing about this deck. If you have medium cards, you have 4 Smallpox, 4 Liliana, 4 Seasoned Pyromancer. If a card is bad, it's not that hard to get it out of your hand. And Boil to destroy their only blue source is not nothing. Right click on instep, select opponent's name. I see offbeat. Is it? Wait, I clicked this. Okay, I clicked the upkeep stop. Why didn't it stop in my opponent's upkeep? And then why did it skip through the turn here? Fuming. I'm fuming. Guess I'm an arena streamer now. Yeah, I guys just never click right click yield to end of turn. I very much am in the habit of doing so it's gonna take me some time to fix it. But like how does like something like this even happen? Yeah, I just need to change my habits. I yield, but I use yield to end step all the time. It's gonna be so obnoxious. To cling there, cling. You know, to win this game though against an Uro pile, where we skipped through our first turn because of a bug, and we skipped through another turn because of a bug. I'm feeling pretty good about that aspect of this match. Yeah, this is something you can file for comp for. See if they have a force. Elemental token doing a lot of work this game. Just discard Smallpox. No, Smallpox is like just the discard mode line of text. Maybe good with Liliana. I think Boyle's not doing anything else. Night Pack Ambusher. I actually like that. I think you can file for comp even if you win, but I don't usually, honestly. That it's the beginning of combat here, and then it just is gonna zoom over to the main phase. Once I keep the hand. That's obviously something very minor, but yeah, when it zooms over to upkeep. That's new, and for whatever reason... No, stop! I didn't... Oh my gosh. This keeps happening. I didn't click yield to turn. What do I do? How do I stop? Do I just choose to be on the draw? You did warn me, but I don't know, like... What do I do? How do I stop this? I have to... I mean, if I choose to draw, I'm just, you know, fucking over my opponents. I need to reset my insta-peel or it happen again. I just need to turn it off. Why? So when I click it, it doesn't turn it off. I mean, it's Dono Deck Thursday. I've got these, you know, contractual obligations to do, but like, maybe I would just start streaming Historic right now if that wasn't the case. I need to reinstall. Did they fix it? I've already uninstalled and reinstalled Moda this morning. Yeah, the missed land drop matters so much here. If you uninstall and reinstall, you'll lose all art and still have the same issue. This is going to be a day. They discard Cling to Dust. Imagine if we had cast a Seasoned Pyromancer this turn, because the client would be working properly. That'd be pretty good. Does it? Yeah. Even when I don't yield through all, just like even when I just keep my hand normally, I don't click anything. It just is happening. So I think I need to, before every game, click turn off auto yields, right? So I have to. What do I do? I just click the instep yield, because when I click the instep yield, it just turns yellow, like I'm yielding till that instep. I think we can right click the arena icon and click open program. I would if I didn't, you know, like agree to play these decks today. Just use F8, F6. This issue is happening even if I don't click a single thing at the beginning of the game. I mean, this isn't like Wizards trying to make Arena, you know. This, if they were trying to push Arena, making Magic Online horrible is like the stupidest way to do it, you know. It's certainly not an intentional thing. I mean, I know I didn't sign a contract, but it still just feels lame for people who, you know, I told people I would play their deck today. I think I want to double block and not get my Pyro bolted. Die to TBR. Okay, so now we're going to play test, trying to, you know, get to play our first turn. Right-click instep, select opponent's name, select yield here, repeat until it becomes unchecked. Okay. I'd rather see my deck played when games aren't being thrown by bugs. That's a good point. I mean, Plague Engineer is good against Bomat, but it's not good against Scourge and it's not good against Scourge and Shadow to be a 3-mana spell to trade with their 2-mana spell when we have all these other things. And we also have 15 3-drops already. I mean, I don't think that the last couple times MTGO has had an update they were bugs. Maybe I'm misremembering. Ekaros MTG, thanks for the raid, buddy. Hope you're having a good day today. Okay, right click. Select opponent's name. Select yield till end here. Repeat until it becomes unchecked. It was unchecked though. But it's yellow, which usually means that we're yielding. Am I doing it right here? Is this correct? Yeah, Vintage Cube is a blast. We're trying to figure out these bugs. Even if it's unchecked, it lies sometimes. Do it until it's unchecked. Okay, I think it's good now. I'm gonna keep this hand. Can we get through a turn here? And this is supposed to fix it going forward. I don't have to do this every match. Is that correct? Yes, it should correct after this, but if you use any yield till end step, it will start happening again. Okay. Thank you, Offbeat. I think I'm getting Blood Crypt here. Bomat, Cling, Inquisition, Soul Guide Lantern, 2 lands. Oh no, I must... Okay. Yeah, we did it. We got a first turn. Amazing. We did it together. And so they probably take my Smallpox. And it's Bomat, Foothills, Cling to Dust. They have Luris as a companion. Yeah, people ask me from time to time how I would suggest, you know, balancing being on the play, and this is not how I do it. This is not how I do it at all. I think I'm just gonna cling and see if we draw like a swamp to play, and then that way maybe we don't fetch another Blood Crypt. I do think we're gonna fetch Blood Crypt though and kill the Bomat. We have a lot of basic swamps, so I think while we have the ability to fetch up double red, we should. They played this instead of the Foothills we knew about, so that's kind of helpful for us to, you know, deduce exactly what's in their hand. And I guess we're supposed to let them attack with Bomat. Weird. Been playing the Bant Ephemer deck and noticed Tron is hard as hell. Field of Ruin would be really, really tough on the mana base. You are correct that Tron is a really bad matchup. Field of Ruin would be bad on the mana base. You know, Talesyn is good against mono green Tron, and Eldrazi Tron is not as hard. If anything, I would play like Ceremonious Rejections in the sideboard, but I don't know. I just don't think you're going to be able to make Tron a good matchup. Hand's pretty Thoughtseize resistant. We do need to draw a land really badly, but if we do, we're in good shape. We know our opponent has a land. Their hand is exactly Wooded Foothills Cling to Dust, and so they're probably just supposed to cling my Cling right now. Wait, what? Oh, they... Sorry, they already had a... They already played their Foothills. I thought that they shocked in Blood Crypt missed that somehow. So we only know the Cling to Dust. They cling my Kroxa, which gains them 3. Oh, I was probably supposed to push in there after that, not right now. Cause, yeah, I was thinking, I thought they were going to draw a card off the Cling. But I was just supposed to do it while they were tapped out. But we got to kill the Bowman anyways, didn't actually change the outcome. Scourge is a 6/6, very big. Can we draw a land, please? Cannot. Oh, they discarded the Foothills to Kroxa, that's what it was. I see. Not dead to TBR, we go to 1. This deck probably wants to play 23 lands. I think the 22 we're playing is too few. Just need to hit your first 3 land drops every game. Land. Guess I'll attack for 2. I said a yield? Okay. Yeah, keep reminding me when I accidentally do it. I'm gonna do it out of habit. I always set yields like this. Yeah, we are pretty heavy on 3 drops for a Smallpox stack. Although, the idea is you can discard the Ghoul. Yeah, you have to do it once you do it again on accident. They discarded Fatal Push. They probably draw a card off the Lantern. Drew a 1-drop, down to 5. Well, the problem with trying to change my habit completely is yield to instep just also doesn't work. It not only does it make the bug happen, it also just doesn't work right now. Down to 2. Winning this game would be sick. Winning this game would be really, really sick. Can I click on the in tab and yield that way? I think you can. Yu-Gi-Oh has it that if you are in the play, you can't attack. You can't attack on turn 1. It's a good draw for them. Alright, 1 is in fact not 0. Maybe we're supposed to attack first. They might actually not block, but I don't think it matters a ton. There's a lot of draws in their deck we lose to. Although we do have, some life gain in the form of Cling to Dust and could draw that. And Bloodghast is killing them in 4 turns. They discard Angrass Rampage. We're dead to, any burn spell, any Swift Spear, not dead to Soul Scarmage. Okay, Marsh Flats, interesting. Okay, can't cast that. But we can cast it. We just won't be alive after it resolves. Bloodghast is lethal off the top. They drew a spell. It's a 2-mana spell, so probably Scourge of the Skyclaves, which just gets Edicted. No, it's not Scourge of the Skyclaves, but they get Blood Crypt. Or maybe it is and they realized they couldn't shock here. I think it was Scourge and they just didn't have a basic land. No, it was Scalding Tarn. Weird. Alright, this is it. This is it. Can they kill us with their top deck? If they can't, I don't think that there's a top deck that keeps them alive if they're not actually killing us. Woo! Awesome game. If I draw Pox, please cast it for a draw. Oh, man. I forgot that Smallpox can cause draws. That's actually pretty cool. And now we are on the draw. Let's see if our opponent has the bug. Hope they don't. Keep this. Yeah, MTGO can handle unintentional draws. I've had a couple in my life. Not very many, just like 1 or 2. How's the list so far? Honestly, like the vampire part of the deck feels like the worst part. Which is a bummer, but not something I'm too surprised by, honestly. But this the Sorin, Bloodghast, Silversmote Ghoul plan has been something I've been wanting to try for a while, so I had a good opportunity to do so today. Cling to Dust and Sorin both trigger Silversmote Ghoul, and once you sack the Ghoul, you can just sack it over and over again every turn is kind of the idea there. Kind of don't want a Kroxa. I think I'd rather discard the Kroxa to Spyro, especially because like discarding a card for them is not something they probably care a ton about because they have 2 Bomats. We also have not Sorin has been just kind of, we haven't drawn a vampire with Sorin all league. Yeah, I just kind of don't think, I don't know, maybe we've hit like a really weird end of variance where we just never draw Sorin and a vampire. But I think it's probably more likely that this is just not the optimal way to build the deck. So I'm definitely discarding Kroxa. I think I want to get another token, so I think I'll discard Sorin too. Maybe I don't need to get a token, actually. Yeah, I think we can just keep the spells. Yeah, Bomat is great. Bomat's great. It certainly reads very innocuously. I'm glad that it's found a home in Modern. It's a really good card. A card I liked playing a lot with in Standard, and I need to try out some vehicle shells. I've been thinking about playing the Royal Scions, in a vehicle shell in Historic. We're testing some Historic for the PT yesterday. I think that could be good. I really like the Royal Scions with Heart of Kieran. Just cruise it really well because it makes it a 6-power trampler. I think there's something there. Let's cast the Inquisition. Angrass Rampage, Fatal Push, Death Shadow. Probably Jeskai vehicles, not Grixis. That's what I'm thinking. They drew a land, so their hand is now Fatal Push, Shadow, Angrass Rampage. They can't cast the Shadow without it just dying. But they can kill both of my creatures here. And put me down to not a very high life total. Oh, they're gonna make me sack Lily? It's so fine. So they're gonna sack their Bomat is what this means, I suppose. I guess it just doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to Inquisition their push and then escape Kroxa. Their Bomat's pretty good, of course. But I think this is the line. I think I'd rather chump block the Scourge than Or maybe we can trade Kroxa for Scourge because they need to deal damage to themselves to grow it, which isn't something they can definitely do, but just something they could probably do. How can we never draw a vampire with Sorin? Just all league. Just all league. We have, we have 8 vampires and they're all real recursive, but we just can't draw them together. So Temur Battle Rage super kills us, which is fine. We'll be super dead to Temur Battle Rage. Yeah, lifelink on Sorin actually is pretty good here. Or on Kroxa. Good point. That's a Splinter Twin. Do they have 2 more Scourges? Well then, if that's the case, lifelink on Kroxa is really, really relevant. Maybe another Angrath's Rampage or something. Huh. Push? Cling. Cling Seasoned Pyromancer. Which is kind of awkward because it makes their Scourges smaller, of course. If they have a push, it's pretty bad for us. They play this whole match and they're like, oh, that's why there's Bloodghast and goals. Although we didn't even draw a goal. Yeah, we have 4 goals. Never drew one. I mean, their last card could be push. Kind of doesn't seem like it is. I'm probably going to cast this Pox. Maybe not. Maybe not. We need to shrink these down to 1. It's a bolt. They bolt me. Okay. So if they block with the Scourge, they just trade, right? Yeah. Because this has lifelink. We'll shrink the Scourge. Pretty ahead. Yeah, there's also the Death Touch. Good point. That's a good draw. We can escape Kroxa though. Let's see what we draw. I want to draw a vampire so badly. I just want to draw a vampire. I'm gonna cling their cling. All Sorins, no vampires. I'm not upset, you're upset. This does grow the shadow to be a 6/6. That is true. Sorin is a vampire, I forgot. Canonically, vampire. Temur Battle Rage doesn't kill us. We go to 2. And they would have to top deck it also. Like, I don't think that that's good, but it also doesn't kill us. If they attack in Temur Battle Rage, in fact, we even just win. Yeah, Lantern right on time. Lantern into Fatal Push, though, like, is, genuinely great. They decide to kill the Sorin, which I can't really blame them, but isn't doing a lot. Let me target the Lantern because of Luris, I suppose. And do I play Sorin or do I Castle Locthwain? I think I'm going to Castle. Got a lot of 1-mana removal spells in the deck. Just going to make my castle less painful. Does make the shadow an 8/8. Puts us down to 4. We draw. Pretty dead Thoughtseize. Guess I'm just going to go to 1. Give myself an out to draw Liliana. Oh no, what a punt. Didn't matter anyways. I forgot. For whatever reason, I thought that the Castle Locthwain didn't count the card you drew. We're gonna die anyways.